What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the VisionZ League playoffs. This is going to be losers finals tonight. Winner of this, I believe, going on to the grand final. So we'll see who ends up taking it tonight. We got Blitz Unction going up against Vortex Red tonight. Should be a banger of a match. I'm looking forward to this one. My name is Calamity, and I'll be your host, your caster for tonight, guys. And it should be a doozy. Let's go into the rosters for tonight for Blitz Unction. We got Tricky, Zeph, Blade, and Sunless. I've seen these guys play before, definitely some shooters. I'm curious to see how they stack up against Vortex Red. I mean, Blitz Unction so far, number 2 in their division and 6-1, overall in their series. So, should be a tough one for Vortex Red on the flip side to go up against tonight. We got Gabe, Slumpy, Crispy, and Trippy THC on the flip side of that. We'll see if they're able to go up against Blitz Unction, who I believe already also played in the winners side of the bracket and fell against Statics Elite, the number 1 seed as well. So, honestly, if you're Blitz looking for a little bit of payback to try and get back toward the grand finals to play Static Elite yet again, and we'll see if they're able to do it. But they got to get through Vortex Red first, who have, done a good job storming through losers bracket so far, 3-0ing, 3-1ing their way to reach it all the way to the losers finals here. And we'll see if they're able to do it. Let's take a look at the maps and modes before we get loaded on in here. It's going to be starting off with Colossus and then Raid and then a double dose of exposure. And then map number 5 will be Scar SND if we do need to go to the distance. So definitely a decent map set here. Colossus Hardpoint. Kind of like Skyline last year, just a bang out. Really, you just got to make sure you're rotating properly and just getting into trades. Make sure you're funneling players in the front and watching the overextensions, because we've seen time and time again. I've seen players with about 20-ish seconds to go. They get to the back. They go through the opposite side of where the hill's at. We see that one P2, P4, P3 as well. Player takes a route, flips the spawns, and it can be devastating if you're not watching that overextension. So got to be on the lookout for that one. And map number 2, Raid S&D, always, a fun map for sure with sniper rifles as well. That should be a flashy one as well. And then double dose of exposure. Exposure probably not my favorite map in the series, but it's fun. It's really fun to watch, I will say. It's maybe not the most fun for me to play, but I do love watching me some exposures. So that'll be map 3 on the overload, and then map 4 as well on the hard point if we need there. And then map 5 Scar. That's got all the makings of a banger if we do end up needing to go there. But predictions for me, while we're waiting for players to load on into the night, I'm not exactly sure what to expect from this series. I haven't seen Unction play yet, but if their record's any indicator of how they're going to be doing tonight, I would probably be favoring them to take this one probably in 3-1-ish fashion. I'm going to probably give them maybe a map for Vortex Red, but it's going to be a tough task. We'll see if they're going to be doing their thing. Map number 1 Colossus is going to be for sure one of those things where I'm keeping my eyes on. Like if Vortex Red, if they start shooting first, if maybe Blitz has a slow start, this could definitely go the distance. But we'll see if that ends up needing to happen or not. You guys can get some predictions. I put the poll in chat a little bit ago. Let me know who you guys think is going to take map number 1, and really, the whole series. If you guys want, let me know in chat. And looks like we are about ready to get things started. We just got the last player loaded on in, so it should be starting momentarily. But I'm expecting a pretty close affair, and especially the respawns here. I'm not sure about SND. I'm not sure how Unction are at search, but I'm assuming if their map record is as good as it is. I believe it's 16. Let me see, 19-6 on the map record versus Vortex's 7-7. Which honestly, I'm not sure if that's right, because I'm not sure how Vortex has so many less games. I guess maybe the minor. Maybe they bounced out of the minor. I'm not sure exactly how they have so many less games than Blitz. That's probably my guess, but yeah, great map record for Blitz. Vortex, we'll see if they're up to par in SND as well. That could be one that can get away from you too. So got to be careful in that one. And it looks like, I believe we are just about ready. Let me let the players know that I am ready, and we should get things rolling as well tonight. How you guys doing tonight, chat? Checking in real quick with you before we get things started. Should be a good one on our hands. Hopefully this one goes more than 3 maps. I will say this has the potential to be a 3-0 as well if Unction are playing up to where they're probably supposed to be number 2 seed for a reason. Barely lost in that winners bracket. So it's going to be a tough one for sure for Vortex. But this could be the makings of a 3-0. But I'm hoping at the very least we'll see at least 4 maps, if not 5. But I don't know. It's going to be, I'm looking at really, I think Gabe needs to step up for sure. I think he needs to have a big performance on the side of Vortex. And I think, really just the whole team, honestly. I think just needs to, because we saw that the other night when I was casting the Group C division. It was D-Inc. They came out, they looked good in map number 1, but they, the Blitz team, they came back. They came roaring back into the series, and, it seemed like their teamwork just started to turn up, and D-Inc. kind of fell apart in that aspect. I'm looking at Vortex Red really with the teamwork aspect. They got to get on the same page. Make sure they're staying on the same page, as well as the slang. Really, all of it. Honestly, you got to throw all of it tonight if you're going to be able to get it over the line. But we should have a banger on our hands. We'll take, I think, one last look at the maps real quick. I believe the players are just about ready here, just kind of waiting on them. Yeah, one player just using the restroom, just waiting for him to get back, and we should get things started here. Yeah, it definitely could be a 3-0 Big 30. I'm gonna give him a map. I think honestly Vortex could win a respawn. I'm not sure about, or potentially a search as well. I'm not sure. I think they might have more likelihood in S&D potentially if they are going to take a map here, but it is raid, right? It's raid for sure, so it could be one of those ones where, you know, maybe not as practiced on raid as some of the other ones because you don't see it as many times in the series, but I digress. Regardless, hopefully we're in for a good one. As I do hear the beeps in my ear, we are loading on in to map number 1 on Colossus Hardpoint here. We'll see what these teams are giving me tonight off the rip. Honestly, this is going to be a really big determining factor for me on the eye test. Is Vortex Red up to the challenge tonight? I mean, it's going to be a tough one. We'll see if they are, because I believe the teams are flipped. I'll get that fixed in a moment. As we're going to be on board with Sunless. Oh, just kidding. Never mind. We're not going to be on board with anybody, apparently. I guess the settings are wrong. So we're gonna set it to a little bit of a intermission here. That reminds me to mute my comms in game so I don't have to hear them yapping over me. That's definitely distracting because I'm pretty sure you guys don't. I can't even remember. I don't think you guys hear the in-game comms, but I do. So let me mute my in-game comms so I don't get tripped up, because that's happened to me before where people be yapping and I can't even think of what I'm saying because I'm just so like locked into what they're chirping. You know what I mean? So we'll get the rules actually fixed here in a moment. And yeah, I'm looking forward. I think my biggest map in this series I'm looking forward to, obviously, I think I talked about it a little bit, is that raid S&D. I'm looking forward to the sniper rifle action. I'm always up for, you know, S&D, especially on these longer range maps. I think raid, Den, Scar, these maps all favor sniper rifles heavily, I would say, especially on raid as well. There's a lot of angles. You could really snipe in really any part of the map on raid, whether that be left, right, center. It doesn't matter. You can snipe in any part of that, but you got to be careful too, because I mean, you can get pushed out incredibly quickly on raid. Not like a map like Scar where you can kind of sit in the back of your base and you don't really have a whole lot to worry about. On raid, you can kind of get pushed out for sure. I mean, we'll see if they, you know, have the sniper rifle out and smokes as well. As you know, I mean, S&D's nothing without smokes. We'll see how good the smoke utilization is going to be, especially on offense. Keep an eye out for that one as well. Raid, maybe not a map you can utilize smokes as well as maybe some of the other ones like Den, like Scar, but it can still definitely be effective to get the bomb down and cut off some of those choke points. Some of those angles the sniper rifles will be playing as well. So we'll see. Yeah, don't sleep on Red. That's what I'm saying. I feel like Red are going to put up a fight tonight for sure. I think that their record is not as reflective of their skill ceiling as you might think otherwise. But we'll see. Obviously, this is all just conjecture and predictions going into this one. We'll see if these guys are ready. I mean, we'll see. Hopefully the lobby gets fixed. I do hate modern COD for sure. I'd finally just fixed the thing where I couldn't swap the teams in CODcaster. For some reason, my controller won't do it, but my mouse will. I don't know why that is. Let me know if you guys have any problems. I don't know if there's any other casters in the chat at all, but for whatever reason, my controller won't switch the teams, but when I use my mouse to switch the teams, it'll do it in CODcaster, and it's really weird. I don't know why it does that. If anybody knows, let me know. But yeah, I've had a slurry of problems with Call of Duty. Let me tell you, over the last like year or so. Oh my goodness, yeah. I could go on a tirade, a rant about all the issues Activision has in their game, but I mean, that's a stream for another day. Let me tell you. As I hear the beeps yet again, we will be loading on in for the second time and hopefully the last time to Colossus Hardpoint here, and we'll see who ends up striking first in this one. I'm looking at big things for Vortex Red. They're going to need to start off to a hot start, really. I think it's probably essential here to at least get themselves a good, comfortable lead in this one. We'll see if they're able to do it. And hopefully I got the team names right at the top. I believe they shouldn't have flipped. I'm pretty sure they told me the team names are going to be the same until the very last map, so it should be the right. Then there we go. Correctamundo on my screen. We went on board with Sunless last time. Let's do it yet again. Let's go on board with him as he's going to be pushing towards Statue, but the nade is going to land. Slumpy gets the first blood. Trades are going down, favoring Vortex Red. Zeph last alive He's going to scurry on out of the hill, play his life, wait for his teammates, and maybe an L nade there. Crispy doesn't realize it. His blade gets a double kill. Nice little frag grenade. Good patience from Unction as they're right back into the hill. Now a chance, an opportunity for Unction to maybe soak a little bit, but Trippy's here. Trippy gets a double as well, so just chaos on P1, on Colossus. Trippy for 3, has to reload her. That might have been the 4th. And just Zeph on the stairs gets instantly taken out. Trippy still on this hill right now, and Sunless trying to anchor the spawns, but chaos ensues as spawns are going to flip. Blade with 2, though, flying off the top ropes. Hipfire is going to land, and it's all left to Gabe in the back. Has to stabilize for his teammates. He's going to get 1, but needs to back up here. I'm surprised he's pushing out from the front here. It's tricky, yeah, just going to filter in through the back, and the spawn's still remaining in Unction's favor here. So far, so good, though, from Vortex. I like what we're seeing off the break, but finally, it will be Unction. They'll get the hill, they'll get the kills, and they will stabilize from the front, thanks to a 3-piece from Zeph. Yeah, had a couple of tough early life there, but finally getting things going on that one. It's going to have to be Vortex on this break toward P2. Still 40 seconds to fight over. We'll see if they can do it. Gabe from the front. Get some shots in, but I mean, everybody watching it as well. Teammate coming out. That's not going to help Unction. But it will be Zeph. Or it won't help Vortex, excuse me. Unction. Just doing what they can to fight from the front. And they're getting every kill in transition. I mean, this has been a pretty much flawless P2. Once they broke the back of the spawns, it seems like they have never looked back. And now with 20 seconds left, rotation's got to be on the mind of both of these teams. Sunless is here. He's top mid, looking for this player on the overextension. Gets him. Trades are on through, but I mean, Zeph yet again wins another important gunfight in transition on the front of New. And has his teammates support as well, but I mean, the pinches are on in. Look at these split spawns coming through. It's going to be Slumpy on the pinch with the help of Trippy. Should be able to collapse on the players. Trippy for 1. Trippy gets the trade. There we go. Gets the trade with the help of his teammate, but took a little bit too long, and now Unction, they're here. Blade with 1, Tricky with 2, and Unction stabilize. And they'll net themselves about a 60-point edge going into the latter half of this P3. And this is a hill where you can soak a lot of time as well if you're set up. And so far, so good. The Slay's just going purple right now. Blade, maybe a little bit of an overchow here. It's just going to be Crispy by his lonesome. The rest of his teammates on the flip side. So I guess for Vortex, at the very least, you flip the spawns for New. But you got to be careful because Zeph is on the prowl. Zeph is behind enemy lines, only able to get the 1. That could have been devastating. But Vortex, they do maintain control, but I got to be careful to not flip right on back because there's only 10 seconds left. And it's just Trippy on New by his lonesome. He squeaks out from the door by the hair of his chinny chin, but Tricky filters his way on through. He'll get behind enemy lines. Nobody picking up the pinch, and there we go. Yeah, Tricky and Blitz Unction, they just break the spawn with relative ease there. They needed help on the front, but Vortex Red did not get it. But now they have a chance to flip right on back. Pressure mounting from the front. We'll see if they can win some gunfights. Trippy able to get the first, but he needs his teammates to start pitching on through. Slumpy there for the trade. Now just left to Tricky in the hill. 1v1, he wins it, but only able to get the first. Vortex Red, they do flip the spawns, but they gotta start maintaining these spawns and getting this into some time because they've already found themselves, they've had this 60-point deficit or so ever since that P2 hill so far. They need to start earning some time here. So far, it's been Unction being able to break these spawns right on back pretty quickly. Just the setups have not been very fruitful so far for Vortex. 10 seconds left. It's going to be Blade pushing old right here, making sure that the rest of Vortex spawn incredibly deep here. But P1 can be just, I mean, incredibly chaotic, so trophy systems are going to be what is needed, but maybe not, as just 3 are going to fall relatively quickly there, all at the same time. And now Crispy trying to find something, but Sunless with the Godheady there. Nothing they can really do against that player. Sunless going to chime on in for another one. Maybe gives up his low. Oh, almost with the 3rd. Trippy's there, but no trade. And Unction looking like they're locking down this hill this time around. No chaos because the trophy systems and the slays have just gone their way. Let's be honest. The slaying battle has been clearly won by Unction so far. Definitely some rough stat lines across the way. Everybody negative other than Slumpy right now for Vortex, but it's not over yet. They need to lock down this P2. They have the spawns for it, and they do break P1 at the very end, so definitely some time to gain. They can claw their way back into this map if they're able to lock down this time, and so far it's been a pretty solid affair at that, but look at where the spawn's coming in. Trippy spawning out. He might be the only one, though. The rest of Vortex Red in the back doing what they're capable of doing to try and hold the spawns. I mean, last time around, they got broken instantly. This time, they're playing them much more patiently, much more just aware, it seems like, of their surroundings. Don't want to get broken like they did last time, but Tricky might have found a gap here. I don't know if they realize he's here. Looks like Trippy going for it, and he's going to get shut down. So they did recognize, but they got to be careful. Pressure mounting from the front. It's going to be 3 players. Slumpy spawns out, though. He might be able to shoot them in the back, and he will. It's just Zeph last alive on the hill for Unction. He has a big job to do, and he cannot do it. So good comeback from Vortex Red on this P2. Holding the spawns beautifully, watching the front beautifully. Now within that 50-point threshold, we'll see if they can lock down the rest of it. It's going to be Crispy on a 3, able to get all of the trades in transition, and there we go. That might be the go button for Vortex to now rotate toward new first here. It's going to be up to Gabe to get these in transition. Gets 1. Pressure mounting from the front, though. Vortex Red not ready for it. Gabe still on. Oh, Gabe gets 1. Has help of Trippy on new as well, and this has been a flip of the switch from Vortex. Ever since that last P5, they looked a lot better on this second rotation of hills. We might be looking at a close ending here. It is Unction. They're not on the hill, but they are here. But the 3 dead might just be enough to break the spawns. And there we go. All 4 Vortex Red showing up when it matters on this rotation. Might be able to chain together a couple of hills here, but they're not quite set up as well as Unction was last time around. So it's still going to be scrappy time. Still fought over heavily by both teams. And they got to be careful because look at this route from Tricky on the minimap yet again. He might be able to cause some damage in the back as well. Nobody picking it up, but I mean, honestly, the rest of his teammates die, so this might be unfortunate timing for Tricky to take this route. Yeah, just instantly dealt with, so unfortunately for him. Nice route from Tricky. Unction maybe a little bit too impatient on that initial route. Just everybody dying at the same time, and you cannot die in waves. I mean, especially on overload, but on rotation as well in hardpoint can be devastating. Trippy in the back, though, does get taken out. It's just Gabe. And he'll get dealt with on ult. So, I mean, despite, you know, not winning the rotation initially, it is going to be Unction. They do finally filter on through. They do block the spawns for P4, and they're huge on this rotation as well. But just as I say that, Slumpy with a 2-piece in front, and this might be the go button for them to break through. Slumpy with all 3. And there we go. Vortex Red, as quickly as Unction got him, they flip him right on back. And now Sunless trying to get aggressive on the OE, but he's been spotted out. I mean, so far, so good from Vortex. In the latter stages of this game, they have done a great job just recomposing themselves. And they're now in a position to maybe even take the lead here. 20 seconds left on P5. And the ticker will tick in their favor here in a moment. It has to be a better effort from Unction on this next series of hills, or, I mean, the underdog might just take map number 1 away from you. But Blade & Co., they will break on it in for the final 10 or so, but that might not be what they wanted. Look at the spawns. They're going to flip out for P1. Maybe not the best decision-making there to hit ult with the entire team is now. It's going to be Vortex in a prime position to potentially soak toward P1, but a mixy kill feed might prove fruitful for Unction for the moment as a rogue nade. I mean, Blade with the L nade there. Team kills his teammate. Unfortunately, Zeph suffering from his success there. And, I mean, just team kills all over the place. Vortex, it's going to be Unction. Both of them just team killing each other with frag grenades. And, I mean, P1's definitely the place to do so. Just a mess of a hill, let me tell you. Oh, my God, what a win from Slumpy there. 31 kills for him, 17 deaths. We needed somebody from Vortex to turn up, and it's been Slumpy so far in this hard point. They're still down in this one. Definitely a close margin right now. Gabe gets a 2-piece before finally falling, and Unction trying to push through toward new, but it's going to be Crispy shutting it down in transition. And this P1 time is something you can afford to give up if you're Vortex here. As long as you're holding the spawns toward new, you can definitely hold it, but we'll see if they can hold on toward this P2. They did it last time. They're going to have to do it again. As we're getting super deep into this last final fight. Slumpy wins the big one again, but the pinch is on yet again. Sunless is here. Sunless with some nice shots. Has teammate support. Blade's here. Sunless trying to get towards back, but, I mean, a little bit premature on that one. But despite him dying, Slumpy by himself in the back, the spawns. Wow, look at where 5 spawn right in front of him. That's insane. That's an insane spawn. Right in front of Slumpy, and I mean, despite him trying to play his life there, teammates just get funneled. And Blitz Unction, they'll stabilize. They could still win on this P2 hill as well. If you're Vortex, you have to push. You have to make sure you're contesting this time. But not only that, you have to rotate toward new as well. So you can't really afford to flip the spawns as well. You need to push from the front, and they're doing just that. Crispy with the pistol out. Maybe a little bit of a formal trigger finger there, but despite that, teammates get the damage done. And now they have them in the back right where they want them. So potential rotations will be favored for Vortex on new. It's really just going to depend about these bottom mid gunfights here. It's got to be Blade winning the first one, but he's going to get cut down. Tricky on the OE gets cut down as well, and there we go. 3 dead. Vortex, they can still win it on P3 as well. So can Unction. So this is going to be heavily contested over. These gunfights are critical in the next coming seconds. Sunless going for a route here, and he might get the OE. He will. Gunfights on the point are going to be won, but Crispy's here. But Crispy, the last member, has to go huge. He gets a double at the very least, but all of Vortex Red spawning out. They're going to have to funnel from the front. They don't have time to go for the overextension, and they know it. They're winning the gunfights on the front end. So far, 3 dead, and there we go. Just like that, they're going to break the hill as cleanly as you can. Trippy with 3. But they cannot win it here. They are going to have to rotate yet again. They bought themselves enough time. But not only do they have to defend the new, they have to defend old as well. They can't afford time going the other way, but there we go. Another 2-piece from Trippy, but Tricky on the flip side from Blitz Unction is on the other side. He is in the back, and he could play spoiler for this whole entire map for Vortex. Are you going to be reading him? Crispy going for the bat, not going to see him. Tricky able to get a freebie, but his teammates fall in transition. And now Tricky spotted, surrounded. Just trying to play his life, waiting for the pressure from the front. He might be able to make a play as well. Tricky not checking the close quarter, though. Gabe is here. Gabe gets the 1. Gabe gets the second one, and his teammates find the kills as well. Vortex Red, 5 seconds left. They can close it out here, and it looks like they will. Nobody from Blitz Unction is here in time. Zeph going for a Hail Mary. Can't do it. And Vortex Red, they're going to take the upset in map number 1. Oh, my goodness. What a map. And maybe I was predicting a little bit wrong here in this one. Vortex Red, they came to play. And I am looking forward to this series as it goes forward. If Vortex Red are coming out like that tonight, we are in store for a fantastic series of Call of Duty. 250 to 238, a barn-burning way to end that. My God. And just a great collaborative effort across the board. It was Slumpy and Trippy toward the tail end, doing a lot of the heavy lifting in the slaying, able to get it done. And they'll take the 1-0 edge in this one. Wow. What a way to end it there. And everybody's saying bang in chat. I agree. That was a banger. What a way to end that one. Holy. My goodness. Yeah. Don't underestimate Vortex Red at all, or that can happen to you. I love some of the routes we saw out of Tricky in that one. Just, I mean, his team at the end just couldn't get the slays from the front, despite him staying alive in the back. So many routes taken, but Vortex Red coming up victorious in that one. Wow. And map number 2, Raid SND. Coming up next, Vortex Red. Take a nail-biting map number 1. We'll see if they can transition that momentum toward this raid here. I talk about it on the pre-show. SND, snipers and smokes, going to be critical. We'll see. I mean, the other day I saw no snipers on Scar as well for one of the teams. So maybe, I mean, we'll see if they even pull out the sniper on the other end. We'll see if they end up needing that. But, man, I'm still pretty hyped after that last one, guys. I don't know about y'all, but that was an incredibly close game of Call of Duty. I thought maybe Unction off the rip we're going to go off to a big lead and just never look back. But, I mean, Vortex Red, they clutched up, came back big time. Yeah, and honestly, everybody's in chat why they were right now Vortex Red. I don't know, honestly. I think it's just the stats for me. Like, I've seen this team play. I know they're good. I know they're better than their record, but I think it's just it's tough, right? When you only see a team like once or twice, especially as a caster. If I don't watch a team a ton, maybe I could write them off. It's tough, right? Like if I was watching only with like one league every season and only the teams that I would know ball a little bit more, but it's tough going in with predictions when you aren't as familiar with their game, clearly, apparently. So we'll see what happens next with Raid. I don't know, man. That was a good one for sure. I'm looking forward to this series as it keeps going. Great stuff so far. Loved what I was seeing out of Slumpy in that one, especially him and Trippy down the tail end. Just got it done. A lot of 3 pieces, kind of bailing them out of some situations for sure on the breaks, especially because that's where they were struggling off the break was with some holds for sure. Blitz Unction, ironclad defense on the first half, but then the second half seemed like Vortex, they kind of just hit another gear. So we'll see what ends up happening in that map number 2 on Raid. My goodness, guys. Oh, excuse me. Let me put up another poll real quick. You guys probably going to put the same answers here, but I'm going to do it anyway just because I like doing these. Let me know You guys got one in map number 2 here as we I hear the beeps, so we are on in map number 2, guys. In what might be one of the best series in the league. We'll find out here in a moment. We'll see if I believe I still have the team names right at the top. I don't think they're switching sides until the final map, so hopefully these overlays don't need to get flipped. We'll find out here in a moment, and I already see the sniper from Blade. So we should have definitely a sniper battle here. I'm actually curious on the other side, because Blade's not going to see anything toward mid. Anybody sniping on the other side? It looks like maybe so far, but Gabe getting aggressive toward mid, and there we go. That's the first one already going down. Blade can't get the trade through the smoke. 3v4 now. Vortex red, what do you have on the post plant? Actually, they haven't even planted yet, so maybe a little bit early to call there. Is Blade going for a rogue shot top in the window, and yet Crispy doesn't want to get sniped, so gonna let that one go. And Gabe with the positioning on the stairs gets a freebie there, and now 4v2 situation. I mean, Blitz, what can you really do? Gabe with the sniper on the retake, Sunless with the AR. Both players probably positioning known as this flank from Trippy should seal the round for them. Sunless trapped in Tiki, trapped in there by his lonesome. 4 up, 4 down, Vortex red. Continuing that momentum from map number 1. I'm sure they're hyped after winning that one, especially in the fashion that they did. Come off with a nice fast B push, get the first blood. And they showed a little patience as well. They didn't plant the bomb right away. They waited for maybe somebody else to get a little antsy, and they got their answer. It was Gabe toward mid-stairs, able to get a second one, and then they plant the bomb. Good stuff from them on the offense. We'll see what Blitz Unction have in response. Let's go on board with Zeph here, see what he's cooking with. Actually, is Blade still sniping? Let's see if Blade's still sniping first, and then we'll go on board with Zeph, because I feel like Zeph's going to take a crazy route here. For some reason I feel like Zeph's going to go for a route. Maybe not. Looks like Blade's no longer using the sniper as well, so probably not the best ideal situation on offense, but Blade gets some tags on Trippy, and Tricky incredibly low. Yes, stuck in that corner, nothing he can do. Blade gets first blood, and they're on the prowl, and Blade's going to get a second one as well. Yeah, Gabe, not the best positioning from him on the outer end of Laundry there, and it can be tough to defend A, and you see why. Blade looking for a third one here as well. 2v4 this time for Vortex red. Gabe just, I mean, we'll stay on board with him. See if he can get the ace in this round. He gets the third one. Zeph from Laundry gets the fourth. And there we go. A nice swift answer back from Blitz in that one. Trading offense for offense right now. And offense honestly favored on raid, I will say. Maybe slight favorites on raid for the offensive side. It can be tough to defend, especially on this A-bomb site toward the back here. It's a little easier to spot now that you can jump spot on the back block there, but even still, like, playing toward Laundry can be a death sentence. You just get wallbang, tag down, naded. It can be really annoying pre-naded as well from that white van. If you try to rush ring, it can be, you know, shut down from bottom art. So pretty hard to defend A. And you saw it in that round. Let's see what Vortex have on their offense. Blade hits an A toward mid-map. He's going to get the pre-fire on another one as well. First blood already for Unction. Pressure mounting. And Zeph getting aggressive toward B as well. Gabe trying to pick up the bomb. He's going to get it, but, I mean, he loses another teammate toward ring. And Crispy trying to get the equalizer, but, I mean, Tricky in a great spot toward top ring. Can basically see everything. And Vortex red, I mean, they're in a tough situation now, right? They got to go basically they got to get a couple picks here, but, I mean, look at the setup from Unction. They're really not giving him anything. Zeph finally getting a little bit aggressive, and that might be the end of him, but unfortunately, Gabe not really able to get that pick there, and Blade gets another one, and now Gabe in the 1v4 gets one back, but unlikely he'll last very long here as, yeah, the iron trained on his location. And Blitz Unction with another one. And I was wondering what we were going to see out of Blitz Unction, honestly, in SND as well. I know probably a good respawn team, but SND is really where you determine whether a team is a good or a great team. If they're good at SND, they can definitely win pretty much everything as well. You know, you hear it all the time. SND wins championships. Looking good so far in this search. I'm loving some of the nades we're seeing as well. Blade having a great hot start as well, 5-1. Nice little pre-fires out of him. Good nade action toward mid. And raid can be that map for some players where, you know, maybe nostalgia sets in. Maybe you're living up to your glory days, so to speak. Reliving your childhood. As Zeph's going to go for an early plant here. I kind of like this. Smoke's going to go down, early plant. There we go. And now retake is on. Maybe not the best positioning for them in the retake, but nobody toward mid. It's just going to be Crispy. When does he elect to pinch here? He's waiting for something, and there we go. There's the first blood. Now time for Crispy to go for a pinch. He's going to spot Zeph. Wallbang's not enough, and he might get pinched as well from open, but damage has been done. Tricky for the trade, but too late on that one. Gabe hunting down Sunless as well, and now a 3v1. Tricky, last alive, gets the first one, but instantly traded on out, and a nice retake there from Vortex Red. I love what they did on the defense, too. They stacked toward Laundry early in that one. Once they recognized the pressure, player toward B rotated back, and they had 3 players there. They did not allow them to get into Laundry. And that could be the difference maker. Once the enemy has control of Laundry as well, with the bomb down, it could be GG, right? I mean, that head glitch on the back block is so powerful. And you can really just shoulder and help your teammate. One can be top Laundry, one can be on the block, and it can be so hard to retake there. So I love what I saw there on the defense. Good adjustment from that previous round from Vortex, as they'll get the second one on the board and tie things up here. Back and forth we go. We'll see what Vortex has on their offense this time around. This time it's going to be back toward A. 2-2 split from Unction, as looks like Blade's trying to get aggressive toward Ring, and he's going to meet a couple of players here. Might have some help from Tricky. He's going to get some help, but Blade is on the prowl, able to get one, but he's getting reflanked from Crispy. Little ring around the rosy action in Ring there, and that's why it's named after that. Let me tell you. 2v2 now, Zeph and Sunless. We'll see if they read the pressure here mounting. Sunless going to back up. I'd like this play from them as well, backing up toward B, as they have a feeling that the pressure is going to be heading this way. There's really only 2 options that Vortex have in here. It's wrap toward B or go back toward A, and honestly, this is probably the one I would be reading. Sunless is in a great position to shut this down, but can he spot them on bomb? Shots are going to go out. He spots the foot, but I don't think it's going to be enough for the kill here. It looks like Zeph's going to go for the flank. Might get a fruitful timing. He does. He gets the first one. Slumpy there for the trade as well. 1v1 for Slumpy. Slumpy gets it done. 2-piece for him on the bomb. Shuts them both down. What a clutch out of him. And secures the third one for Vortex Red there. He was getting shot in the back as well from Sunless toward top in the window there. And I mean, just turn and burn. Uses the bomb cover to his advantage. And Sunless, yeah, just unable to convert that one. I don't know, maybe just needed to be a little bit more patient on that one. I understand you want to trade the player on the heady when you got him weak there, but just bad timing for him. Jumps out of the bedroom window and just gets shut down. That might be a costly one if we go the distance in this search and destroy. That's a conversion you got to make if you're Unction there. And there we go, a first blood, the car bomb, a tale as old as time. Trippy with the nade over the top, maybe got a little bit overzealous there on the shoulders, but nice little car bomb action, and that is why you have a trophy system in driveway, or you wait out the nades, because I mean that's been killing players since 2012. Let me tell you guys. Still 3v3 though. Unction in a decent spot. Zeph gets some tags on in, but not enough for a kill. I believe that was actually Tricky with the shots. Not Zeph, and Tricky now tagged down incredibly low from Laundry, and all 3 players of Vortex are stacked on this site. And a Hellstorm coming in from Slumpy. This might cause disaster here. We'll see if Crispy, or actually this is Gabe, 6 HP, gets tagged through the wall as well. Now Crispy has to defend this player, and Zeph gets the free kill. Slumpy, I mean, can he do anything with this Hellstorm? Not able to do it, and now it's a 1v3 for Crispy. Yeah, just how it falls apart for you. Gabe needed to stay alive. And all the meanwhile, I mean, Sunless is just chilling at B. Nothing he could really needs to even do in this situation. Crispy for the 17 HP. And if he goes quickly, he might be able to get the second one as well before Gabe, or before Sunless gets back here. But Crispy, not sure where the second player is, just looking for some information. He knows where the one is, just waiting it out. But, I mean, running out of time here. 25 seconds left, and Zeph, yeah, shoulder after shoulder, will get it done. And that was an unfortunate Hellstorm missile, really. That should have probably been the nail in the coffin of that round. Honestly, I feel like Vortex Red, invest the Hellstorm missile there. They should have converted. But just maybe we're a little bit too far forward. I mean, it was really just unfortunate for Gabe. He was just getting wallbang spammed through Laundry, and that's the weakness of that position. I talked about it a couple of rounds ago. I mean, when you play toward A, you could just get wallbang tagged there, and I mean, Gabe, unfortunately, wasn't able to watch his teammate in the Hellstorm missile. He dies, and then they get a free kill on him. So Unction get a much needed answer back after that one. We'll see what happens on the B site. Looks like another fast hit here, but the pressure might be mounting. It looks like Sunless spots the bomb planter, but is he going to be able to be in time to get this done? And Gabe has spotted. Yeah, they know that positioning now. Gabe's played it one too many times, and now Blade with the double kill. Slumpy gets one back. And we'll see in the 2v3 if they can get something done. Crispy with shots through the smoke, but last alive now. 1v2 situation, gets the first. He might be able to get the second. No. Nice little tandem swing down from Sunless and Blade. And Blade with all 4 in that round, I believe. My bad, Blade. I missed that one. But 10 and 4 start from him. He's having an incredible performance on this map. Doing a lot of the heavy lifting in the slaying department. And now Blitz Unction with 2 in a row. They'll take the round edge. Heading forward. We'll see what they have on their offense this time around. It was a fast hit toward A last time. And then we might be seeing more of the same. And they don't have to be as worried now that the Hellstorm missile is off the table as well. So they could probably do something there. I actually believe I see somebody sniping as well. Was that Sunless? I'm not sure who that was. I swear I saw a sniper on somebody's back. Maybe I'm tripping. I might be tripping here as it looks like pressure toward ring. Mounting. Blade. No aim assist in the smoke. And just like that, the aggression out of Vortex Red. Pouncing on this A zone. And that can happen. Leaves Sunless in the 1v3. Sunless gets one back, though. Nice shots on Crispy. Rips the wig off of his head. And now, I mean, Vortex with the advantage, but still a minute to play with, so Sunless is not quite out of this yet, but he needs to find some info. He probably knows that both of these players are playing toward this A site, but he's really got to find a clean pick and really probably get out with his life. But this positioning from Gabe is pretty nice. I mean, it's going to be tough to spot him in this corner if he goes toward top. And I mean, he's really going to have to chow all the way out here to find him. And Gabe, I mean, playing patiently, should be able to get the info. There we go. He doesn't get the kill, but I mean, that's info enough. Tags are going to go through, and now Sunless going to spot Gabe, though. And I mean, Gabe not looking at driveway. Now a 1v1. Slumpy's going to spot him on the bomb, though. So, I mean, round salvage for Vortex Red, but didn't exactly love how Gabe played that on the head glitch there. Just wasn't watching driveway. Slumpy picks up the pieces and now ties things up for Vortex. I will say, I didn't love how they played that clutch situation, but I love how they played the start of that round for Vortex. They just flooded toward ring, and they just show unrelenting aggression, and that's kind of how you have to do that toward A. You either have to completely abandon the site, I feel like, or completely push it. There's really no alternative, I feel like. When you're playing defense on A, it's really just one or the other. You can't really afford to play passively or super, I guess, middle of the road type of defense, or you can just get punished for it. So I love the adjustment from Vortex. They've done great adjustments on A. We'll see what the offense looks like so far as Free Fire coming through, and Blade yet again with another double through the smoke. And I mean, Vortex Red, they've tried that once more, and it gets shut down yet again. Blade pushing mid. He's getting tagged down low, though, and there we go. 2 players are going to fall, but it's just left to Gabe 1v2, and he gets dealt with. My goodness. A fast round of Search and Destroy. I thought Blitz might have thrown it away by getting over-aggressive toward mid after the first 2 kills fall, but they do clutch up in the end. And I think at this point, the mid-rush for Vortex is dead in the water. I don't want to see them do that again the rest of this search. I really didn't want to see them do it again, because it seems like Blitz have been playing for it every single round off the break. Nade, pre-fire, a tale as old as time. There's no FMJ anymore, but you really don't need it. Some of these walls are paper thin. And now map point for Unction. Looking to tie the series up here. See if they can do it on the offense. It's going to be Gabe spotting toward mid. He's going to spot Sunless. Sunless tagged down a little bit here, but he'll back up. Get out of dodge as Zeph going for the bomb plant, but it's going to be trippy. He spots it through. There we go. First blood. Bomb's going to be dropped. And now Vortex. Man up. They have bomb down. They have all the info they need. They just need to make sure that they don't get wrapped, don't get pinched, and Crispy watching it. And his positioning from Gabe is good as well, honestly. If anybody goes for the full map pinch here, Gabe's going to be spotting it as well. Trippy going through shots through the smoke. No aim assist. Tags are going to go on in, but not enough for a second one. And now Unction, they're running out of time as well. Man down. They have 40 seconds to try and deliver this bomb. And Blade with another one. This guy has been putting up, I mean, just the most amazing stats this map right now. Oh my god, almost a rip there. from Sunless. Unable to get the second one. It's now Blade going for the pinch. Gets the second one as well. 1v1 for him. 15-6 for him. Can he make it 16 to close out the map? 20 seconds left to do so. Gabe in prime position to shut down this bomb. But will Blade read it? What does the timing look like here? Blade going for the plant. Gabe, I don't know if he's going to see him on the bomb as well, but he's going to go for the check, and he should be able to get a freebie here. Gabe with the shots. Gabe delivers it. And it got a little hairy there. I thought maybe Blade was able to get some shots on in there for a moment, but we are going to round 11. Vortex Red clutching up in that one. And despite Blade's best efforts, couldn't convert that one. What a series so far. We'll see if Unction can take it. They don't want to go down 0-2 in the series after losing map 1, which I thought they would be favored in. They need to win this one. And they will be on the defense, so we'll see if they can convert. They've been doing a decent job on the conversion, on the retakes so far, but we'll see. Smoke's going to be out mid, and it looks like another B hit. And it looks like so far so good. Nobody falling as of yet, but the pressure has been red. Looks like they stacked the B-bomb site, and it's really, I mean, for good reason. That's really the only success Vortex Red have had. They've had one success toward A, but Tricky is getting aggressive, but he gets a little over-aggressive there, and yeah, Trippy taking down Tricky for first blood there, and now that completely opens up the A-bomb site. Maybe a complete blunder here for Unction. Tricky just got a little bit too over-aggressive there. He'll pay the price, and now 4v3 with the bomb down. It's going to have to be an incredible retake here from Unction. And we'll see if Blade and co are up for it. Blade with 15 right now, looking at him to step up big. You're going to be down 2-0 in the series, and he is red as well. Zeph gets one back, but now he's left 1v3 situation. 20 seconds left. Zeph for 2, though. Hold up. Still possible. Is he going to read this player in the corner, though? He won't, and Zeph falls. And Vortex Red take the final 2, and they'll take the 2-0 edge. In one of the most back-and-forth series I've seen. 6-5. And Unction hurting after that one. What a series. What a map. I mean, this has been a crazy affair so far. I mean, Blade, he was trying on 16 in that one, 11 untraded, but just couldn't get it done in the end. Round 11 wasn't able to convert. And now backs against the wall. Vortex Red, I mean, they're looking good. They're looking strong right now to potentially, I mean, even take the 3-0 here. You know, maybe definitely underestimated in the chat. I will say it has been an incredibly close series. So maybe, you know, predictions out the window. But regardless, if this is a 3-0, if it does go the distance, this has been one hell of a series so far. We'll take a look at the maps coming up next. My goodness. Exposure overload to potentially send us to the 3-0 for Vortex Red. Or if Blitz Unction can start the reverse sweep, it has to start here. I mean, overload has been an incredible mode to watch for me as a caster for sure. It has led to some incredible fireworks moments, but I mean, Blitz Unction, they're just, I feel like they're so close, but so far they're like one trade, one round, one kill away from taking both of those maps. Maybe the first two just didn't go their way. We'll see if they can lock it in for this map number 3 here. They're going to need to keep their tournament alive. I mean, reminder for you guys, loser goes home here. Winner goes on to the finals to play Statics Elite. And honestly, I was thinking maybe Blitz Unction after losing map 5 to Statics Elite, we're going to be, you know, kind of bouncing Vortex Red in this one potentially. But I mean, Vortex Red, they have shown up through the losers bracket. They have made an incredible run. I mean, I believe they fell in the winners round 2 to Statics Elite as well. And they have like never looked back. They dropped down. They've won 3-1 or 3-0 in every single series they played to make it to this point. So I'm not surprised to see them honestly back again here in the losers finals and potentially 3-0ing Blitz Unction to make a run at the finalists right now, waiting for them. So we'll see what happens here in map number 3. I don't know, man. The way Vortex is looking right now, it might be a 3-0. I will say, I think Unction, they might lock it in for this one. We'll see if they're able to do so, because I mean, so far, it's been the teamwork. I've liked it from Unction, but I feel like they've been a little bit behind in some of the slang department. I mean, Blade in that one had an incredible map, but I mean, it just wasn't enough. Needed more out of his teammates there in that one to get it over the line. We'll see if they're able to do it in map number 3 here, but I mean, I don't know. It might just be Vortex in 3. I'll put a poll up. I'm actually doing that right now. I'll put a poll up in chat real quick for map number 3 while we are waiting for the map to load. But man, even if this is a 3-0, this has been one really close series, guys. I mean, I'm enjoying myself. I don't know how you guys are feeling about it, but this has been fun to watch for sure. Oh, man. I needed that water, let me tell you. Holy. I'm actually going to have some more while I pull up the maps. It's actually crazy how I was completely frozen solid before the series started. Then we're 2 maps in, and now I'm already sweating. It's crazy how that goes. I'm also wearing 2 different jackets, as you can see, so definitely contributing factor. But let me tell you, when you get casted, when you get going, this shit warms you up real quick. Especially when it's like a close series. You got the energy flowing, you know what I mean? Oh man. Oh. All right, I'm gonna try not to die in this third one. Excuse me. So we are loaded on it. Excuse me. Oh my god. Yeah, try not to die, guys. Solo casting is hard, let me tell you, especially the way I do it. I could do it a lot slower, but I don't know. I like my style. Anyway. 2-0 advantage now. Vortex red. Looking to close it in 3. We'll see if they have the composure to do this. So looks like there's, you know, composed so far. They've been down in both the first 2 maps, but made a comeback. See if they can start off strong for a change in this one. So far, only 1 kill going down. Blade able to get 1 toward mid and instantly, well, not instantly, but eventually traded there. Is Zeph getting 1 in there as the kills start to fall like dominoes. Sunless the last one toward mid map. We see this a lot in Overload, especially where, you know, kind of just an SND round off the break, especially you know, for the first minute or so. Teams just vying for that 1 wave of kills, and they're trying not to scam their life away, but seems like so far Tricky with 3 though. Holy, what was that? My bad, Tricky. I missed that on Observer, and he gets a 4th one as well. What is going on? Shoot back, Vortex. What is going on? Tricky gets 4 there, and now Blade potentially could be gone with the drone, but he's gonna wait for his teammates, and probably wisely so. Don't have exactly all the kills that they need, but Sunless with 2, and there we go. The base breaks apart, and now it's just gonna be Crispy on the portal, but he'll get dealt with. Blade delivers the first one. Patience pays off. Tricky still in their base, still frying, gets another double off of a spawn, and now this could be a potential relay coming through, but the spawns are not gonna favor Unction here. They're still gonna be spawning them on the portal, because look at where Blade is. He's blocking the opposite side of the map, but this could be the wrap that they needed. It's just going to be, I mean, number 3 really potentially, or actually number 2 off spawn really to deal with this. We'll see if they end up doing it. Zeph with the drone going for routes here, but I mean, Tricky has just been absolutely frying so far. 8-3 start for him. Second one goes on through. Unction looking like they want some payback after the first couple of maps. Maybe they're thinking that they potentially squandered their opportunity here. Maybe playing a little bit angry here. 2-0 lead for them early in this one, and so far it's been Vortex red. Struggling to get some kills toward mid-map, as they will finally get a couple to clear their base. Crispy with another one. 4 spree for him. And he might make it 5 here. Oh no, Tricky shuts it down. Thought that might have been good. Maybe some online cheese there. Trippy going for another one toward the portal, but yeah, by his lonesome. I like the effort there. You're by yourself. No real support coming your way either. Might as well just try and go for some style points, or at least to try and get one. Catch him sleeping. But Tricky going for a route up top. Solar should be getting more kills as well. Teammate chimes on in for another one. Blade for the double, and this is going to be a 3rd one early in this one. Maybe Overload. Something Vortex red struggling in. Or maybe just Unction, just, I mean, doing their most right now to get it done. 3-0. 2 minutes left. It's been the man Tricky on your screen doing the slaying. Really the reason they're up the margin that they are right now. Nice shots from the pistol from Gabe there, but gotta be careful going high to the sky. Yeah, not able to get that one, but Slumpy is there. Slumpy now in the window, potentially gets another one. There we go. Maybe now Slumpy's starting to activate, having a little bit of a slow start after a crazy couple of first maps he was able to have. Him and Trippy especially have been going off for Vortex, but Crispy out with the drone and one player to beat. But now the player's wrapping on back, and Crispy, yeah, that can happen. Maybe playing a little bit too frivolously with the drone, a little too far forward. I usually say it, but it's true. You gotta play for the kills and then the drone. Usually is typically how it goes. But I mean, so far, Unction, honestly, they have been frying in this overload. It's been a lot of kills from Tricky so far. Able to get a lot of the portals in. Him and the rest of his team just converting, and that's just a sign of good slays, good communication as well. Making sure they're on the resets, blocking the right portals as well. And 1 minute left, or a fourth one potentially for Unction before the half is over, but we'll see if they're able to get it done. Vortex, they're still alive in this one, but licking their wounds and reeling after a tough opening salvo. Look at where 6 is as well. Look at where he's at. He's all the way in your base. And I mean, finally, Crispy's going to backtrack for it. But I mean, that might be the go button for the opposite side to go. And Blade is here. He's going to have one player to beat. The shots are going to land. Gabe's going to get to 1. And Vortex Red, they are just in time. But that could have been devastating for the fourth one before half. And now a potential counter cap opportunity. It's going to be tricky toward mid-map, but instantly dealt with here. Slumpy had the timing potentially, but going to slow play it, waiting for the nades to come out. And that might be the chance for him. No, mid-air going to get shut down. Crispy's here. But that should be the first one for Vortex Red, and finally an answer back for them. And Crispy actually gets out with his life too, so we'll see if they could potentially play the slays off the spawn, because the reset's on the other side of the map as well. Blade's gonna grab it, but Gabe is here. And nobody really on the other side of the map, and I mean, Zeph, he shuts it down, thankfully, so no cheese drone coming in for the half for Vortex, but now an opportunity for Unction to finally get that fourth slay they were looking for, but it's gonna be Slumpy and Co. shutting it down for the moment, but hold up. Drone has been picked up at the very end, but no, not able to get across that gap there. That might have been the fourth one going in. But Vortex, they'll hold him to 3 at the half, and, I mean, honestly, probably a much-needed hold there. 3-1, definitely better than 4. 3 scores in overload with limited time can just be the dagger. So, 2 definitely much more manageable with an entire half to play with, so we'll see Vortex Red can come up clutch in the second one. Honestly, just need a better opening break, I think, this time around. Cannot let Tricky loose in your spawn. This man has been on a mission in this map. Now let's go on board with him, actually, off the opening of this half. He's been frying this entire map so far. We'll see if he can continue to do so. 2 players toward dirt. 2 players toward dirt. 2 players toward mid. As it's going to be a 3 dead. There we go. That's the opening break that Vortex needed. They're going to get 3 kills here. It's just Sunless, and he's going to fall as well. But, I mean, they're going to need another wave of kills here, do Vortex. But they've allowed themselves some opportunity to getting toward their base. Maybe a little bit of too quick of an approach there from Vortex. Probably needed to slow it down a little bit and play for some more trades. I liked the patience they showed off the opening break, but you kind of got to show that off the second one as well, especially when you kill them at the same time. They're all going to be spawning in the same spot. So far, it's been back and forth affair toward mid. Tricky with the drone in hand. Stun's going to land, but Slumpy with the double. But it's just going to be those 2 for now. Spawners coming quickly, but maybe not quick enough. Slumpy able to get a 3rd one. And now the reinforcements are here. Slumpy going for a 3rd one as well, but not able to get it, and Zeph shuts the door on that one. Crispy with the drone in hand, able to get one back. Gabe behind enemy lines, but losing teammates around him. Now needs to get something fancy going. Able to get a 2nd one as well. Is he going to reach Sunless behind him? I don't think he is, but Sunless shoots a little bit too early. Reveals his position, but it doesn't matter. The troops have arrived. And the drone will reset, so nobody picks it up. Gonna reset toward mid. And now Slumpy's gonna pick it up. Nobody playing the drone over E, and this is a for sure cap. Nobody even on the other side of the map. Maybe a blunder from Unction here, playing the kills instead of playing the reset, not aware of it. And Vortex Red playing the map better in that position. They will capitalize. 2nd one on the board for Vortex, but they gotta be careful for the counter cap to not come back on the flip side. Slumpy's here. And Trippy as well. Trippy able to get a double in transition. And here we go yet again. It might be a 2nd one on the board. It's just Zeph able to stop it. And he gets the long range shots from the Dravik. No score coming on through. Slumpy's in the back of the base to try and salvage this play. He might be able to get something done. He's still here. The shots are going to land. Teamwork for Vortex proving fruitful on the second half, as that should be the 3rd one. And the equalizer going through. They got to be careful, though. There's still 3 up. Nobody playing this OE on the side, and Zeph is already here. It's going to be up to number 4 and all the spawners from Vortex Red to shut the door on this push. Zeph's here. Zeph should be able to get this. The stun is going to land. Shots are going to be here, and the drone is going to go through. So despite, I mean, Vortex playing a couple of resets beautifully there. I mean, just the reset down low didn't favor them. They weren't really dead yet. They weren't off spawn. They didn't have time to backtrack. And that allows Blitz Unction to get the map positioning back yet again, and a potential for a relay as well. Still 1-score game. I believe I hear a Hellstorm in the sky. It's got to be tricky, right? Oh, no, it's actually Blade. Went on a spree as well. So now potential for another one going through. He's only going to find Slumpy, but the callouts are here. The drone still down toward mid-map, so probably no score going through as of yet. Gabe's going to get another one. And the drone will reset, so maybe some fancy footwork there from Gabe. Gets shut down. Sunless holds an iron and holds it well. Honestly, all 3 of the maps have come down to the wire. I'm expecting nothing less from this map as well. So far, so good. For a banger ending, Gabe finally gets the last 2. And this is honestly playing more like an opening break now. Late into this one, 1:30 to play with. Vortex running out of time to get this next one through. Tricky playing in the container. Gonna get some shots on through toward Trippy, and potential now for him to get the 3rd one up top. And Gabe, I mean, some sloppy shots from Tricky, but I mean, apparently centrifugal force is a thing here, and a 5th one's going to go on through. So now a minute to play with. Vortex Red back into their spawn. But maybe a little bit too far forward for Unction here, but I mean, Unction, they really just need to play the clock at this point. They don't really have to do anything fancy. They just got to run out the time for Vortex. So with 50 seconds left, it's looking unlikely. Blade, oh wow, gets taken down there. Trippy, nice shots here, but he's having a tough map. It's still possible, honestly, for Vortex. They only have 40 seconds left, but they got to play perfect now. We'll see if they're able to do so. Trippy off the top ropes, get some shots in for his teammates. The second one will be falling. Trippy, unfortunate time for the reload. But this might be the chance that they needed. Another one's going to fall. Gabe on the pinch here, and there's the 4th one going on through. And it gets shut down at the goal line, but Gabe is still here. Gabe, can you pick up the pieces? And no, you cannot. It's going to be Zeph shutting it down at the goal line, and that'll be the dagger. It would have been very unlikely to get a 5th one anyway, but that'll seal the deal. Park the bus for the last 10 seconds. And a nice return to form. Blitz. The Unction. They're going to get it done. 5-3 in that one. And celebratory pose there. And they'll keep themselves alive in this series. Definitely a close map, but I will say Blitz seemed like they had control of it for the majority of that. I feel like Vortex, they got out of their spawn, they got a couple of scores, but once they let that second relay go, or they let that one go in for the counter cap, it's kind of where they lost control of their advantage. And that could be the risky play, right? When you play so heavily for the relay on the one, sometimes the second one goes on through and you're not able to get there in time. So good job from Unction to get the map back. And a good team effort from them. I mean, it was really tricky, though. A lot of the slang in that one. And toward the tail end, Blade with that Hellstorm. Wasn't really able to find a whole lot of kills with it, but gave him the information to be able to stabilize and get that 5th one on the board. So, I mean, map number 4, we're going to see it here. We'll see what ends up happening in that one. It's been an interesting series so far, for sure. Definitely close affair for all 3 maps so far. I think that was probably the most one-sided one we've seen in the Overload. It seemed like Blitz had control pretty much for the majority of it. I don't have statistics like the CDL does for the possession time for the drone, but it seemed like Blitz was definitely in possession of the drone more often than not. And that's a good sign if you're a team. That means that you usually have map positioning when you're picking up the drone. So kind of like time of possession in soccer or football for my European fans out there. But we will be seeing that exposure hardpoint coming up next. So a chance now for Blitz to gather some momentum here. Now that they won a map, they got it on the board, they can maybe finally exhale a little bit, but they still got to lock in because, I mean, they're still 1 map away from losing this one. They got to go perfect from here on out. So, you know, maybe with bated breath they do exhale, but we'll see what they have in store for us on the hardpoint coming up next. Should be a good one here. I mean, you know, hey, they just won the exposure. We're going to be heading back to exposure yet again, so maybe that's a good sign going forward for Blitz here. Definitely going to need to lock in and, you know, do something a little bit different, I mean, than they did in that first hardpoint. I will say they started off well in the first hardpoint, just kind of collapsed on them weren't able to win the gunfights down the tail end. It seemed like Vortex finally started to heat up. And honestly, in that one, they started off pretty well as well. So, I mean, if they can have a hot start, they can definitely convert. But we'll see if that's going to be the case or not. I mean, Vortex maybe struggling in the overload a little bit. Maybe not their best game type. But alas, I digress. Just waiting for the rules probably to get changed here back to hardpoint. And we'll get things ripping and roaring here. Blitz in 5. What's up, Decepto? How you doing, man? How you guys doing in chat? How you guys feeling? Let me put up the poll, actually, while I'm waiting. I always forget to do that, but I should have a hotkey for this or something. Let me do it. Let me do it. Bang, bang. Polls up. You guys got a couple minutes to vote on that while we get ready for this next one here. We'll see what ends up happening. I think I'm just waiting for, pretty sure just the rules to change, because apparently it's kind of annoying. They you have to do it manually now, I guess, because CDL is still broken, which is, I said I wasn't going to go on a tirade rant about complaining about Call of Duty and the stuff wrong with it, but that is one thing that's annoying, that CDL rules don't work, because it takes a lot longer to set up the lobby for everybody, right? You know, the host can't switch now if you have it on CDL, if you guys didn't know. And ruins, not ruins, but it takes a lot longer to set up everything. And that's less important for scrims, but for matches, it makes a big difference, because you're swapping modes and you're swapping host all the time, so you have to manually set everything up. And it just makes it annoying for time, I guess you could say. And for you know, maybe icing players, maybe not as big of a deal, because it's usually, you know, only a couple minutes, but that can be a thing. Maybe not. Really just depends on how they're feeling. But I hear the beeps in my ear. We're going to be loading on in, and you see my reflection in my face. If you could guess the lighting on my face, what map this would be, you guys could probably guess, honestly, the way it is. It's this orangish red desert map that we like to call Exposure. And we're back here yet again for the final time in this series. And we'll see if Blitz Unction can start the comeback on the reverse sweep here. They looked good in that last one. They're going to need to look better in the hardpoint game type than they did in map number 1 here. We'll see if they're able to do it. On board with Trippy. Had kind of a rough one in that overload. Looking at him to turn it up, because he was, you know, that guy in map number 1. Him and Slumpy were really able to get the job done in that one. But so far, it has been the opening break won by Unction. They're in the hill, and they're set up. They have a decent one at that. Blade looking to get aggressive on this trade as well. Has 2 players in front of him. Stops shooting on both of these players. Only able to get to 1. Runs out of bullets here. Maybe not the best effort from him there. And all the meanwhile, I mean, it's Unction on the point. Zeph just soaking to his heart's content. Doing kind of whatever he wanted in that one. Slumpy gets some timing, but Trippy is there. Double in response. Slumpy with the pre-fire. Maybe not the best attempt at it. Blade gets a double in response, and so far, Vortex have not been able to touch the time, and this might be finally able to touch it here, but no. I mean, there we go. Yet again, 3 dead. And rotation is really more important at this point with only 5 seconds left, and nobody from Unction here. I'm actually surprised nobody rotating from Unction, playing super heavily through old here. And Crispy, yeah, maybe not the best situation for him there. And despite Vortex Red, you know, having a player on rotation didn't end up mattering. Seemed like Blitz Unction just broke that with absolutely no effort whatsoever. Maybe a little bit of a scam from a player there, but Trippy with the double and the nade and the triple as well. Breaks the hill right on back. Nice trades coming out from Vortex, but pressure is mounting from the front. Tricky Dolphin diving toward the hill, but teammates are local. And with no trophies on P2 Tank, this can be a treacherous hill to try and soak any sort of time on, but so far so good for Unction. I mean, up pretty comfortable lead in this one so far, and I mean, if you remember, this is kind of how map 1 started as well. It was about a 70-point lead for Blitz Unction on that Colossus. But Vortex Red, they locked in. They got it done in the end. We'll see. They might have to do the same here. Another rough start for them. They will be breaking toward this window side, but I mean, Zeph is still here. The spawns are going to flip. Zeph with the double. It will potentially stall the approach here for a moment. And the ladder stall in the window. Nice movement out of Zeph. Tags are going to go on in, but enough to bait and switch for his team as the rest of the arrows are converging. And now just left toward Tricky, but Tricky will eventually end up falling. And finally, Vortex Red, they get the break. They get a setup that they could want here. Could potentially hold. Oh, what the hell? What a nade. What a timing on the movement. Slumpy's nade just absolutely bricks there. damages himself, and that allows Sunless to get the nade right on back. Sunless able to get one. And maybe a more mixy hill than it would have otherwise ended up being had that nade ended up going where it was supposed to. Now it looks like Blitz Unction gonna be rotating toward New. This 1v1 in the back is gonna be critical for spawns here. Blade's here, but it looks like Crispy, aware of the situation, has teammate support as well. Blade going for some jump chows, but he should be traded momentarily, and there we go. Vortex Red is here, but teammates are gonna spawn out now as well. But with those 2 kills, it should be locked and loaded now for the back spawns. Vortex Red, they just gotta win some gunfights in the moment for the meantime, and they should be able to soak from the front. But I mean, it looks like Blade just got through. I don't know how he's able to get a double there. And Zeph with a double of his own. So I mean, just Vortex Red, they're rotating to these hills, just not winning the significant kills in transition that they should be able to. Blitz Unction, I mean, just better at breaking at the moment, it would seem. They'll flip the spawns. They'll get a decent amount of time here. 2 for 2 in the feed, and the third one's falling. This time it's a team kill. And Slumpy, nothing he can do in that situation. Tag down low, and he will fall. And Unction doing a great job on this first set of hills. We'll see if they can transition that toward P5, because P5, I mean, this is a hill you can lock down as well. As long as you have mid-map positioning and control, you can lock down P5 for a long time. It can be hard to break here. Look at these spawn outs, though. Are they going to be reading this? Yeah, number 8 just, I mean, gets a free kill on hill, because they think they're going to be spawning behind them toward dirt, and they would be right, but only with the 1 second left. It's unfortunate, actually, for Vortex. Kind of got punished a little bit there. I will say they didn't block in the back, but maybe you didn't need to block. Looks like Vortex right back on in, and they'll get another 4 dead, so maybe blessed a little bit here. We're Unction, but Vortex Red, they shut it back down, and they should be netting themselves a decent amount of time here finally. Blade with the team kill. He's going to stagger the push toward mid. And Gabe has a big job to do. He's able to get one, but pressure mounting from behind him as well. And Zeph, what is this timing? Zeph just he stumbles into a free kill. And Unction, they break right on back through. 10 seconds left to gain, and it's been a pretty back and forth affair on this P5, I must say, but Bunny Hills are a thing. Tricky, nice little pre-fire, able to get one back toward P5, stay alive toward dirt. Vortex Red getting 3 dead toward mid-map. They should be able to soak a little bit here, but Sunless Irons are just better toward long right now. Shuts down the pressure. Still alive and kicking for the moment. Zeph finally able to touch point. And, I mean, honestly, so far, I mean, P1 has been Vortex Red's kryptonite. They have not been able to touch this hill at all so far. Seems like so far, I mean, just Blitz doing a great job just patrolling mid-map. And you kind of see that from good teams, I feel like. They're able to soak a lot of P1 time on a lot of these different maps. Colossus, on Scar, on Den, even on Exposure as well. If you're able to set up properly, you can get a lot of time on P1 that, you know, in past Call of Duties you might not have been able to get, so. Vortex Red, they will finally break on in and touch a little bit of this time, but P2 is going to be huge here. Gabe is here, Blade is here. Blade wins it. Blade trying to kill the trophy system, finally able to get it, but shots apparently are better on players than the trophy system, and that would make sense with aim assist, but gave me a little bit of a chuckle as Blade gets another double, and purple time has been, I mean, pretty much what we've seen this entire map so far. Almost a 100-point lead now for Blitz Unction. It's gonna have to be a better effort, a much better effort, I must say, for Vortex on some of these holds. They've had rotations, just haven't been able to convert it so far, and apparently nobody can hit trophy systems, guys. I mean, I know they're not very big, and they're, you know, no aim assist, but they're not that hard to hit. Let's be real. And Vortex broke in for a moment, but that's all it seems like it's going to be. Trippy against Blade, and Blade's gonna fall, but with 15 seconds left, it's been a little bit too little too late on some of these hits for Vortex Red. They've gotten some, you know, some of this scrap time, but it doesn't seem to be a whole lot so far. And Unction, they're here toward new and have a good setup as well. Overextension is coming in. Blade's trying to do what he can to stay alive in the back. Able to get one and dip on out for now. He's going to get the support from his teammate. Able to get one back. And, I mean, all the meanwhile, I mean, Tricky just chilling in hill. Doing whatever he wants. That's already 15 seconds of uncontested hill time. As the rest of Vortex Red just spawning so far out in this one. Look at how far across the map they're going to spawn. The parallels are coming on in, though, in the back. I'm pretty sure that Unc should read this one. Zeph is pre-aiming it, and he's able to get one. The trade is on in, but Gabe only able to get the one, and that's another 4 dead. And I mean, oh my goodness, this has been rough going for Vortex so far. I'm not sure if this was Blitz map pick. I think it was, I'm not gonna lie. I can go check after the map's over, but if it's not, I mean, Vortex Red, they gotta lock in or something. I mean, even if it isn't, they gotta lock in regardless. 100-point deficit. Spawn's gonna be favoring Blitz going into P4 as well. I mean, Gabe, he got across the enemy line, but he's been spotted. But nobody blocking the back. I mean, look at where Crispy spawned. He spawns in the back. Nobody just hard blocking for Blitz Unction. We'll see if Crispy can make a play here. He's gonna have to go huge, but I don't know if he's gonna know that Tricky's back here. And yeah, Tricky just playing with his opponent. Blade doing the damage. Tricky with the movement, and I mean, just like that, Blitz Unction just break on through. Not a care in the world. And Blade's gonna run into that pre-nade. Yeah, I'm not sure where Zeph was throwing that one, but Hellstorm is gonna come on in. Tricky gets a double. Zeph with a double on time, and Sunless. I mean, this has been a pretty clinical map so far. This might be a 100-point club for Vortex. They're going to have one final hit at this, and I don't think it's going to be very fruitful. We'll find out here. 2 are going to fall, but once the teammate Crispy runs into the Iron Gauntlet and Blade, letting them know 250 to, I believe, 93. The final score in that one, not even close. And what has been a very back-and-forth game, I am very surprised to see this one in map number 4 here. Honestly, kind of shocked with how close this series has been. 100-point clubbing. Their opponent, Blitz Unction, just getting it done. Damage from really the entire team. Blade having a great map here. Double positive almost in that aspect. 26 non-traded. And, I mean, Zeph, just the Super Soaker on the other side. 2 minutes of hill time. 1.5 for Tricky. Great stuff across the board. And just, yeah, the slaying woes continue for Vortex in this map number 4. Pretty much everybody negative on the flip side. Just weren't able to get it done in the end. That's a tough one. They're going to have to bounce back in map number 5. I'm not sure what happened with Blitz in that one. Maybe just finally woke up in the series. Maybe just, I don't know, not Vortex's map or something. I'm actually going to scroll up. I'm curious who picked that map. I need to know now. I need to look and see. Wow. So that was Vortex's map pick. So that's surprising. That's actually really surprising for me that was their map pick, and they got 100-point clubbed on it. I don't know what happened with Vortex in that one. Seemed like maybe just fell apart. Just weren't. I don't know. Maybe just the slaying, because they were proactive on the map. They were playing the rotations. They just weren't winning gunfights, it would seem. So I don't know. Maybe Blitz just woke up and they're slaying with the best of them now. I don't know. Regardless, map number 5 alert. Ring your bells. We're here. I wasn't sure if this series was going to go to a map 5 after the first couple of maps, but here we are. Scar SND coming up next for the W, for the series, and for the chance to move on to play Statics Elite in the grand finals. Probably sometime next week. We'll see what ends up happening here, but I mean, Blitz, I mean, the Unction boys, they probably got all the momentum in the world now. That reminds me, I got to switch Codcaster real quick, because map 5 they did switch. Let's go. I remembered. I actually forgot until I went to the lobby. That's something I typically forget, but I mean, this has been a interesting one. I mean, we'll see if Decepto's prediction reigns true. The G Fuel kicked in. It might have. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with them, but we're tied up here. And a Scar to decide it all. Probably a coin. Scar, I mean, I always say this, but it's kind of true. I feel like Scar S&D is kind of a coin flip type of map, where if 2 good teams are playing it, it really just depends on, first blood a lot of the time. And, we'll see if the sniper rifle proves to be effective for these guys. I mean, it was so far, it was a lot of sniping. Well, maybe not a lot of sniping, a little bit of sniping in that first raid there. But we'll see if we see some more on Scar. We probably should. I believe it was Blade sniping in that first one as well. I'm curious if he's going to be doing it yet again for Scar here. But I guess we'll find out here in a moment. It looks like nobody, I don't think, is going to be sniping as of yet. Shots are going to be going down toward this A-bomb aggression, though. Gabe getting super aggressive toward the bomb site. 2v2 now early in this one. Interesting strat off the start for Vortex Red. No trophy systems, but they don't care. They were getting aggro. And now we'll see what the approach looks like. Tricky with the bomb in hand. Nade might land, but no, the nade's gonna land on him, and he's got to get out of dodge. He's got to be careful here. Crispy going for some shots around the corner, and now they know where both players are. Tricky, what is that positioning on top of the box? Question marks for me in that one. Definitely a scam for sure. Sunless now in the 1v2. And Slumpy's gonna spot him as well, I believe, here, shouldering the bomb, knows exactly where he's at, and yeah, no scams from Slumpy. Sunless going for some trick shots, maybe some positioning, trying to find where Crispy's at, but Slumpy, I mean, you're running out of time, 20 seconds, you gotta push this player at this point. And now Slumpy wins Sunless wins the first one, Slumpy's gonna go down, but Crispy is there for the trade. And Vortex red. Interesting opening strat, but they will convert. And honestly, I mean, I gotta point out that positioning from Tricky. It was just a weird spot. I know he wanted to try and kill the guy toward top green, but getting on the box when you know a player is on the motel steps is a choice for sure. And he'll pay the price for it. First round going toward Vortex. And I am curious, because we haven't seen a sniper rifle yet. We might not see one, honestly. So far, it looks like nobody's sniping for either team, so we'll see if they end up pulling it out later. Nades going over the top are going to land. Blade gets the hit marker on one. Stuns are going to be double effective here. They got to be careful. Look at this positioning as well. Tricky and Sunless already pushed up incredibly far, but Gabe gets the nade on Blade. Playing close toward the bomb. The Kobe's coming on out. And another first blood for Vortex. Stun's gonna land another nade on Sunless toward top. Does Gabe go for the pre-fire through the wall? They know he's here, but Sunless just crawling away. And he'll get out with his life for now. Gets one, but instantly traded on through. And Vortex red with another numbers advantage. 45 seconds to work with. Tricky tagged as well. Zeph gets the answer back, though. And he scurries on out with his life, so an important kill for Zeph to find there. 30 seconds now. Gabe and Crispy. Tricky and Zeph, what do you have for us? Wrapping the spawn now as well. Zeph's going to spot this player. Pre-fire not going to land, but running out of time now, our Vortex. They got to plant this bomb. And it looks like Crispy's going to get another one as well. Crispy for the ace. Looks like on the round 5 for him. Going for the pistol shots, and he rips him on the head glitch. Jaeger at range. 6-0 start for him. And Vortex red. 2-0 up now. I think I lied. I don't think it was the ace in the round. I think he got 3 because I believe Gabe got the frag grenade on 1, but 6-0 start for Crispy. This guy's cooking right now with all the fried grease on the pan. 1 kill. Really 1 assist really off this Hellstorm missile. He's so incredibly close to getting it too. And Hellstorm missile on this map is honestly very, very strong. You only have a couple of spots to avoid it. And a nade's gonna land. Sunless going for the aggression. Gabe's reading it though. Damage done on both sides. Curious if he goes for another one. I mean, Sunless, you're playing with fire at this point, buddy. Probably better just back away from that plain head glitch. The Blade's getting aggressive toward mid-map. He might have caught a timing here. He's got to be very careful though. He's gonna see Crispy on the stairs. Gets one back though. Nice awareness. Good eyes there. Better shots, honestly. Blade toward mid-map, gets another one. This is an annoying position he's going to find himself in. Sunless with the wrap should get a freebie here. And there we go, all down to Crispy. The streak's still alive, but he's got to get one more kill to get it. What does the timing look like for him? And it's terrible. It's absolutely awful. I probably would have liked to see Crispy, at the very least, just play a corner and play for a freebie. To try and just make sure you earn that Hellstorm missile. Because a 1v4, it's very unlikely you're going to clutch it anyway. You might as well just try and play for a scam on one player, going for a hunt. And we'll see if that ends up being a mistake going forward. I mean, obviously, Vortex probably not going to win that round, but I mean, the Hellstorm missile in you know, the next coming rounds could have been critical. We'll see as we go forward. Unction will get on the board for now. Looks like back to A we go. Nothing as of yet. Looks like Trippy holding flank. But nobody watching the plane OE as of yet as well either. But Tricky, I think he had the sniper out maybe a little bit off more than he could chew there. Sunless gets an answer back though. And this pinch might prove fruitful. We'll find out what the timing looks like as Zeph gets through enemy lines, but Blade gets another one as well. Slumpy with the trade, and Zeph behind enemy lines yet again. Could make an impactful play here. Do they turn around? Is Zeph holding his nerve, holding his trigger, but he's going to shoot a little bit too early there, and now the nade coming back is going to land on Zeph. Zeph tagged incredibly low, but Blade gets another kill in this round 5 spree for the man on your screen. Slumpy now in the 1v2. He's going to get a timing, gets the first one, and he's going to get out of dodge as well. Has the bomb, can go for the plant if he elects to do so. Blade, Slumpy for the round. And now Blade, close to that missile as well. 20 seconds left, playing his timings. I don't know if Slumpy's going to read this from Blade as well. I like this positioning out of him. He might just get a freebie on the bomb here as well. He's going to spot Slumpy, going for the shots, but no! Slumpy wins it, Blade! You gotta win those! Oh my god! Slumpy clutching up for the round and just turns and burns on the Blade. Oh my god. Vortex red. I mean, Slumpy just absolutely guns him out of his socks there. And that was a critical one. That should have been in the bag for Unction. An unforced error. And Vortex red steal a round away. And that might prove critical down the line. We'll see if that ends up being the case. It was in that raid for sure. It went to round 11. But Sunless is going to get, I mean, just absolutely hunted down by Trippy. Just running at him. Doing whatever he wanted in there. Nades are going to land, and I mean, they get the freebie. They know he's been playing here. And Crispy going for a little crawl here. And Zeph's going to be spotted. Does Crispy elect to activate? And he will. Nice little bait and switch there. Maybe a little unintentional bait and switch, honestly. Zeph shot his gun a little early, and he'll fall for it. Blade gets the answer back, but still numbers disadvantage. And look at where Trippy's at. If he checks mid-plane here, he might get a timing, but he didn't see Blade in mid-map, so, I mean, this might be horrible timing for Crispy toward mid-map, and it might be, but Crispy holds his nerve, holds the iron. He'll get the kill. Now Tricky in the 1v3 as well. Trippy going for the long-range shots with the Dravik, and he'll kill him. He'll get it done. 4 now for Vortex Red. This is turning into a snowball. Rolling down the hill at this point. My goodness. I mean, we'll see if Blitz can recover from that previous... I mean, honestly, I still haven't recovered from the previous 1v1. I mean, if you're Blitz Unction, you got to lock in. You got to keep the wind in your sails. I mean, it's been a tough go of it so far. I mean, Tricky and Zeph specifically 0-4, 1-4 for both of these players. They need to get involved in this search. You cannot keep relying on your ARs. The subs need to get involved and they need to get active. And honestly, at this point, just don't give Vortex first blood. Make them play for it. And Zeph getting aggressive, but I mean, look at this spot from Trippy. He's literally laying on his belly, waiting for the pressure, but he might have got a horrible timing here. We'll find out in a moment. Yeah, Zeph holds his nerve, able to get 1, but the trade is there, thankfully. They did not line up, and Gabe able to get the answer back on 2, so... Could have been better, could have been worse, honestly, for Blitz. We'll see what they have What they like to play with here is, I mean, both members from Blitz, I mean, completely split from each other. I will say, Sunless, this is a good corner, but this is kind of a one-and-done corner if they do check it. We'll see if that's the case so far. It looks like they're playing toward this area. Gabe going up top, as well as Crispy's going to go low. It looks like he's going to check the corner. Maybe not deeply enough, though. Sunless is there, and Sunless gets the first one, goes for the pre-fire. Second one falls. And that is why you check your corners, folks. The deep corner pays dividends. Ready corner W. Sunless for the double. And that round, I mean, honestly, that could have went a lot worse for Blitz, so... They're thanking their lucky stars. Sunless was able to get the double in the end. Four to 2 now. Blitz Unction on the offense. And they need to convert these next couple. They cannot go to map point here this early on. This is a huge round for momentum. If they can win this, this is still possible. We'll see what the approach looks like. Sunless going for a pre-fire. Gotta spot Crispy, but Crispy's been playing this pretty much the entire game. Pretty flawlessly, I will say. But the smoke's gonna land. Gabe's in there. Or Trippy's in there, excuse me. I don't think they saw him, though. And Bomb's gonna go down, but he's gonna shoot through the smoke. Blade covers him. Nice cover fire from Blade. Zeph gets out with his life. And there you go, 4v3. Blade getting aggressive, gets another one as well. We'll see if he ends up getting a third as well. Maybe a little bit of an overshot from Blade, but damage has been done. Tricky. Heli positioning proving fruitful, and now Slumpy left in a 1v3 to try and clutch the round. Spots Tricky. Wow, nice shots from Slumpy. 20 seconds left, though, and he's going to have to find both of these players. This is looking, I say impossible in this one, but we'll see if he can even get the first one here. As it looks like he finally spotted the first one, but Sunless gonna spot him as well, and a third one on the board for Blitz. And now, back in it. Within striking distance now, 1 round away from tying things up. The Unks, they're coming. They're coming back in this one. They started down 0-2, and they won the last 2 maps. Decently convincingly as well, especially that hard point, but they struggled in this search, but they're holding their nerve. And I mean, the guy I was looking out for, Tricky, finally on the board now. And sometimes that's all you need. Sometimes you only need 1 on the board, and the floodgates can open, and the kills start coming. And another A hit. I mean, rinse and repeat on Scar, am I right? As 2 are going to be toward top mid here. Sunless going to narrowly avoid this nade, and he might be able to make a play as well. Going for the crawling play, but losing teammates around him. He should be able to get 1 here, but unable to transfer to the second one quickly enough. And now, another 1v3. This time it's Zeph, but I mean, Gabe is here. Gabe is watching it. Zeph pre-firing his entire mag away, not able to get the kill. And Gabe with some nice movement there, able to squirm on out of there. So, Vortex Red, they answer the aggression right on back. And map point, series point here. Vortex Red. 1 round away from closing it. And 1 round closer to that grand finals. This is a match that, honestly, wasn't sure was going to go the distance, but we've gone there and we've delivered. We'll see what we end up seeing here. Honestly, it's been all A so far. I mean, it's been 1 B attempt from Blitz with a couple people there, but it looks like that's where we're going. So, see if they end up going toward B. And I mean, yeah, Gabe's going to spot the pressure, so backing on up wisely here. Now potential for maybe Sunless to do some damage here, or at the very least, drag some arrows the other direction. He'll spot Slumpy, but the rest of his team backtracking toward A. And I actually kind of like this play from Blitz. They feign toward B. They establish pressure that they could be at plane at any time. They allow Sunless to go on an island while the rest of them are pushed up. And speaking of pushed up, look at where Blade's at. There's no way they know he's here. He's in a pivotal spot. And Zeph's going to get the first blood as well. Blade gets the trade, though. Trippy is here. Oh, no, he doesn't spot him toward mid-map, but Sunless is there. And that was the linchpin of the round. And a great strat coming through from Blitz Unction. They pulled it out when they needed it. And they'll get closer as well. Still 2 rounds off, but every round for them now is do or die. Tricky with the final one. And now Vortex Red. You're on map point, but you only have a couple more here. If you lose this one, it becomes incredibly nerve-wracking. You really want to close it out here. You don't want to go to round 11, especially with Blade and Sunless, the way they're shooting right now. And now that Tricky and Zeph have gotten involved, you really want to get this stopped before it starts here. As a nade's going to land as well. Zeph tagged incredibly low. He'll back on up. Trippy has market to himself. This pinch from Sunless might work out, though. Nobody watching it at the moment. And it looks like they will back on up for now. Look at where Slumpy's at, but he's in the day 1 corner. And Trippy gets the first blood as well. Sunless toward top blue. Should be shooting as well, but it's going to be Slumpy in the corner. Gets the trade. 2v3 situation. Vortex Red have done so well converting these offensive rounds. They get first blood. Can they capitalize? It's Tricky. He's able to get 1 back. Nice beam there on Crispy. Gabe with the bomb in close corner as well. Zeph with some shots on the player toward blue. And now Zeph, he knows where Gabe's at. Gabe trying to scurry on out, but he can't do it. It's going to be another one falling. Tricky with 3 on the round. Slumpy going for the play. He's able to get shots on him, but not enough for the kill. He needed to get that one. 30 seconds left. Slumpy going for the play, going for one. He's getting tagged incredibly low, and there we go. We're heading to round 11. Blitz Unction. Another clutch situation. Yeah, you might have to start casting hype because this is a hype-ass series. Let me tell you, if you're just joining, Blitz Unction about to complete the reverse sweep here. 1 round away from doing so. They have struggled early in this search and destroy, but they've come roaring back in this one, and now 1 round away from doing so. Vortex Red, what do you have left? It's another offense, and I mean, I will say Vortex Red have done a great job converting their offenses. That might have been the first one I've seen in a while. They've gotten shut down. Can they hold their nerve? Lost a couple in a row now. And it's all down to this, and Zeph gets the Kobe for the first blood as well. No flak jacket for Trippy, I do believe. And Blitz Unction with first blood as well, and Blade getting aggressive as well. Pushing through their spawn. Crispy's gonna spot him. But now these players all corralled toward the site. Gabe, oh my god, he hit him with the nade. If that was a Semtex, that was a kill. Oh my god, Gabe. 2 kills that probably could have been there. Had he had an AR, had he had a Semtex. That would have been a double there. But unfortunately, it's all for naught. Tricky tagged down incredibly low. No kills falling for Vortex Red. Blitz holding the line, holding their nerve so far. Zeph shouldering toward mid here, and the flank is coming on in. Gabe's gonna fall as well. It's just down to Crispy. 1v4 situation for the series, and it's gonna be Blitz Unction. 3 rounds straight. The 5-3 curse remains true, and the reverse sweep in the series. My goodness. The old men, they'll get it done, and they'll advance to move on to Championship Sunday to play Static Elite in the grand finals. And an incredibly close series. Barring that map number 4 hardpoint, I mean, that was a crazy series to end on. What a comeback there in the search. What a comeback in the series. Great resilience from the boys of the Unk squad. Blitz Unction getting it done. My goodness. And if you're Vortex Red, that's a tough way to lose that one. You had it in the palm of your hand. You had it right there. Iron Man taking the stones away from Thanos in the final moment. And Blitz Unction, they will move on in a banger series, let me tell you guys. And they'll get their chance, after all, at Revenge on Static Elite. Because Static Elite, I mean, it went all the way to map 5 in that one as well. And Blitz Unction now a chance to maybe reset the bracket on their opponents. What a series. What a way to end it. Guys, that was a great one. A close affair, all things considered. Every map was a banger, I'm not going to lie. That was a crazy one. Appreciate you guys coming in the chat as well. New follows, new everything. That was one I wasn't sure how it was going to go, but I'm glad it went the distance. That was a banger. I haven't casted a banger in a while, so it was nice to see not a 3-0, not a 3-1. Just every map was close, you know. So yeah, appreciate you guys. I don't know if anybody else, I have a lot of viewers right now, so I'm probably gonna look at somebody that hosts right now, or raid, I guess it is raid now, they changed it, but let me see if there's anybody live right now that I can give the big old W. Oh, Invictus is live. Shout out the real Invictus as well, another great caster. I'm gonna go raid him as well. I appreciate you guys coming on out tonight as well. Had a lot of new engagement as well, and congrats again to Blitz Unction. That'll do it for me. I will catch you guys next time. I might even cast grand finals, who knows, we'll see. Catch you guys next time. Peace out.
Every day they clocking me, red alert, I'm the dangerous, I keep that clock on me. And they ain't looking for no trouble, I'm just looking out for me. Cause I done did shit the niggas ain't talking about no rapping beat. Boy, I'm talking tragedy, masking, casualty. Shit that I can't even remember, bet they remember me. Shit that happened late in December, I bring that winter heat. Niggas down the whole October, the real Halloween. Back to back funerals, is them or us, it's him or me. Don't get booked cause ain't no bum money, we doing this shit for free. If he told her that ain't my homie, that little nigga weak. If I miss ain't going to sleep, I'm in the street, we play for keys. 2011. August 11th, I rap POD, August 9th, 2 days before, I turned 17, 21 to 45, I'm like, what the fuck that mean? You fighting an armed robbery, shorty, that's what they offer. My little brother getting big, my uncle got that cough again. He been smoking crack since I was born, that work was smoking him. I used to stay up late at granny crib just to talk to him. When I was locked up, I knocked on his door and told him, walk with him. Back to this shit, so started rapping.